All right. First and foremost, I want to start off by saying Barakateh Yahweh, Barakateh Yahweh Shai, Barakateh Yahweh, Barakateh Yahweh Shai, Barakateh Yahweh, Barakateh Yahweh Shai. Call Allah Yahweh, Bahashem Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Rakal Kodash. Double honors to the apostles of GMS who rule well and who taught me this truth. And shalom to you, sincere Akim, out there listening, learning, and pushing this truth. And with that being said, I'm gonna jump straight into this video. Lord is willing, it'll be edifying. And I'm gonna go into Rakal Kodash as usual. I was watching this video here this morning. I'm gonna play a little bit of it, not too much of it. It's off of the Real News Network. Salaki. Today's date actually is January 14th, 2020, the year of prophecy, and that's also like I said, this video was from January 14th, 2020, the year of prophecy. Also, we're just watching a little bit of it. Like I said, it's off of the Real News Network. The title of the video was "The Poverty Draft Depends on Keeping Healthcare and Education Out of Reach." All right, so I'm gonna play a little bit of this, but what really was popping in my mind, because the draft. We've been talking about the draft. We know that's what times we're in. We're approaching Jacob's trouble. We're approaching World War III. We're not there yet, but we know things. That must come to pass. These are signs of, like Yahweh Shai said, wars and rumors of wars. The scripture said the second woe pass, the third woe cometh quickly. That's part of the signs that Yahweh Shai is on his way back. Now we know it's not going to happen overnight, but we can see things are leading up to this war, the third world's war. All right, but anyway, and we know there's going to be a draft that's going to be implemented. We know, per the scriptures, But basically, this scripture here kept popping in my mind as I was watching the video. So I said, let me do a little lesson on it. But like I said, I'm gonna start at the top, I'm going to Rakal Kodash, but the main inspiration came from this scripture here. All right, this is Jeremiah chapter 50, verse 30. It says, "Therefore shall her young men fall in the streets, and all her men of war shall be cut off in that day, saith the Lord Yahweh." Okay, and we know that's going to happen, man. That's why there's going to be a draft, because the dead bodies, man. There's going to be, man, the death toll of this upcoming war is going to be stupendous, man. All right. So ultimately, like we were saying, they're going to end up, opening up the prisons, lowering the draft age, and that all these things are already in the talks. These are things that are already being, these ideas are already being spoken of, and within politics and the government, So anyway, like I said, that's basically what pretty much inspired this in that video. So I'm gonna play a little bit of that video, and then like I said, I'm gonna start at the top of this. But like I said, just so you know, this is where my mind was at, and I got a couple scriptures. I might hit them, Lord's willing, But I'm gonna start at the top, all right? And so let's let's play this video, and then we'll get into the scriptures. So again, let me read a little bit of this. It says, like I said, off of the Real News Network, the poverty draft depends on keeping healthcare and education out of reach. Because there is going to be a draft, man. All right? There is going to be a draft. All right? So anyway, it says the draft might be gone, but best believe it's coming back. All right? The draft will come back around. And you people are going to be laughing and scoffing in them times, man. Okay? Anyway, the draft might be gone, but not everyone volunteers for the same reasons. Yeah, because even though there's not an actual physical draft, the people are being, because we know per Job 9:24, the earth is given into the hands of the wicked. And we know the wicked of the earth, chiefly Amalekites, all right? These, we know who they are, all right? The ruling elite, all right? The wicked elite. They are oppressing the people, Not only are they oppressing Yasharallah, they're oppressing the whole world. They're oppressing their own people. All right, they're oppressing their own Edomite people. But that's a lot of the reasons why a lot of people join the military. You know, it's not necessarily out of patriotism and that they love their country so much, that they love Babylon the Great, America so much. It's that they have no other choice, man. You know, ends are meet. They see um, no other light, man. That's the only choice they have. You know, a so-called decent paying job with benefits. You know, so it says the draft might be gone, but not everyone volunteers for the same reasons. All right. It says inconsistent access to education. All right. Because, yeah, a lot of people might say, okay, I'll go into the military so I could, go to school or whatever. You know, they'll pay for it. Or health, you know, for the health care or the housing, you know. They don't, you know, it's like a last resort, you know. So it says the draft might be gone, but not everyone volunteers for the same reasons. Inconsistent access to education, healthcare, or housing means marginalized communities are systematically pushed into military service to gain those benefits, especially poor students. Yeah, they kind of like shove it down your throat, man, you know. They recruit, so-called minorities hard, man. Okay, you know. Even athletes, man, they'll try to get you to go into their play sports for the military, you know. But anyway, let me play a little bit of this video.
This is Jackie Lukman with the Real News Network. Last week and this, Black Twitter was a flood with funny memes that seemed to make light about how Black people aren't included in the "we're going to war with Iran"
Like I said, you are going, whether you like it or not, man. Okay, you're going. All right, and Yahweh Shai, he's gonna have the last laugh, man. All right, the men of the Lord, we're gonna laugh at you people, man, because you're making light. Okay, instead of you taking heed and repenting, and because like I said, the prophecies are screaming, man. It's obvious. It's so obvious that you have to make light of it. Okay, because that's what you do when you fear something and when you don't understand something, and you have no you laugh and you mock at it. Okay, instead of you take heed and repent. Okay. But Yahweh Shai is going to get the last laugh, man. Okay? He who laughs last, however you say it, has the best laugh, okay? All right? When your calamity comes upon you, hey, and you calling upon the Lord, he's going to laugh at you, man. He's going to turn his back on you. Because the doors of mercy are open, but you're not taking heed. Okay? You scoffing and scorning and mocking. Okay? You mocking the Lord. Okay? You know? You see all these earthquakes, these volcanoes, okay? All manner of calamities is falling upon this place, man. Pestilences, wars upon wars, rumors upon rumors, okay? You see? It's to the point where the EU, a matter of fact, what the UK said they turned their back on America. Okay, you see the EU wanting to have a sit down with Iran because Iran is going forward with their nuclear program. All right, we in them times, man. Okay, this is not a time to be playing around. Okay, all right, things is gonna turn up drastically, man. We at the cusp of Jacob's trouble. All right, we at the door. Okay.
Sentiment, because the push for this war wasn't about Black people or what Black people wanted. But all jokes aside, are Black and Latino and Native and poor white people really sitting on the
Israelites when you really think about it, okay? Because that's what she just described. Because we're scattered amongst all the nations, man. You're gonna have Edomites that are among the elect, man. Okay, that are Israelites, man, whose fathers go back to Israelites, man. Well, I'm not gonna Salakia, not Edomites. They're gonna look like so-called Edomites, Salakia. They're not actually, they're Israelite foreigners, all right? Okay, you know, because we're scattered amongst all the nations, all right? But no matter what, where we are, we're under the curses. Okay, we can't out. The curses were gonna overtake us, man. That's a telltale sign who we are. Okay, okay. So, like she said, blacks. We're not black. We're different shade of brown. But she said blacks, Hispanics, Latinos, Native Americans. Those are Israelites, man. Okay, and like I said, some of them poor white trailer trash, them Jakes too, man. Don't get me wrong. A lot of them are Edomites, all right, are actual Edomites, are actual heathens, all right. But some of them are Israelites, man. Some of them gooks, some of them are Israelites, man. Okay, all right. We're scattered amongst all the nations. Okay, but no matter what, you best believe we are at the bottom. All right. Okay, and the ones of us that do make it to the top, guess what? At some point, the curses overtake us, man. All right, all right. You can't outrun the curses, man. All right, all right. They're upon us for a sign and a wonder. They're on us for a reason. They're on us for us to consider and consider why we're in this low estate, man. Why we're in the conditions that we're in, and turn back to the Heavenly Father. But Jake don't want to consider, man. He just want to laugh and play games, man. Okay.
Sidelines of America's military actions? Or are they more involved in them than they realize or would even like to be? Here to talk about all the ways that Black people, brown people, and poor people actually are the people most targeted by military recruiters, which puts them right in the crosshairs of military action, is Erica Caines. Erica is a local organizer in Baltimore and is the founder of Liberation Through Reading. You can find that on hashtag Liberation Through Reading on Twitter. Erica, thank you so much for joining me.
Thank you for having me.
So, since the draft ended in 1973, militaries relied on an all-voluntary service and has used strategies that target young people that include placing recruiters in schools. People don't know where that comes from because it's from the No Child Left Behind Act signed by President George Bush in 2002, which requires military recruiters to be granted the same access in schools that college recruiters are granted.
Wow.
Erica,
Like I said,
how does this
I remember.
affect?
I remember. Well, I graduated. When I graduated 05? Yeah, 2005. So, but I remember they was recruit. I can imagine now, man. They probably recruiting even harder now, from what I gather. You know. Yeah, they in them schools hard, man. And just wait till this war actually, because people not really signing up to join the military like that no more. Okay, and a lot of people that I talk to that's in the military want to come out. You know, you see, they're gonna have to implement a draft, man. Just think about it. Think about how the technology has increased, man, from World War One to World War Two. Man, they got the wet drones. Man, these young boys gonna go over there. They're gonna be dropping not only the men, the women, the prisoners. You so-called LGBTQ XYZ. You gonna go over there too, man. Oh, they just gonna be taking anybody, and they're not gonna tell you what's really going. You're not gonna realize that they dying like that, you know. Esau is deceptive, man. You know.
Black and brown and indigenous and poor communities, and does it affect them differently than everybody else?
Yeah, well, as we can see, it's a societal issue, obviously. What we know is that Black and brown colonized people are specifically targeted.
Did she say colonized
because
people? Did she say colonized people? Colonized by who? By Esau Edom, the oppressor. Okay, the colonizer, the wicked man. I think she said the colonized people. Hold on, Salaki.
Than everybody else.
Yeah, well, as we can see, it's a societal issue, obviously. What we know is that Black and brown colonized people are specifically targeted.
Colonized people.
Because they kind of corner us, squeeze us.
They hunt our steps, man. They prey on us, man. Okay, the weak. All right? I'm going to go to Jeremiah, man. Matter of fact, let me play a little bit. I kind of want to hit the script. Let me
without options. I think a report just came out that said that this was the. What we know is that Black and brown colonized people are specifically targeted because they kind of corner us, squeeze us without options. I think a report just came out that said that this was the highest.
Even if you don't want to go into, let's say you don't want to go into the military, how they corner you, man? This place is a trap, man. All right, it's a snare. This whole thing is a snare. Say you say, okay, I want to go to college, and you're so-called black or what she said, black, brown, colonizer, whatever the hell she said, right? Which we know she's talking about Israelites. All right, we come from nothing, man. Your parents don't have shit. You don't have shit. You have no assets. Your parents have no assets, right? You live in the ghetto. You have no collect. You know. So now you say, okay, I wanna change my life. I wanna go to college and get a so-called education. You're gonna have to get a student loan, man. You're gonna have to get a student loan with all them high ass interest, okay? That you're gonna have to pay back. That'll never go away. You're gonna be on the hook for that interest, that usury, that debt, okay? That I bought you, okay? You're gonna be stuck with it, man. And then there's no guarantee that you're gonna get a good job. You got people going to college 4, 8 years and shit, however long, and coming out making $10, $11 an hour, man. Okay, and then on top of that, they got that big ass student loan to pay back. But they trap you, they corner you, man. Okay, you see, this place is a full of snares, man.
Recruitment year, specifically because they targeted student loan debt. What it is that
Even worse. So now went to college, and I didn't even think about it. You went to college, you got this big ass debt over you, right? This big ass student loan, can't get a decent job. You might say, hey, let me go into the military because they'll pay for that'll wipe away my student debt, my student loan. You know, see, this place is just a snare and a trap, man.
The common thing that we are hearing is that Black people are not necessarily patriotic. We are just out of option. So I would attribute that to what's happening at the schools and why they're also making it an access to or access out of poverty the same way that colleges are used.
So, Erica, what you're saying is that the military is targeting young people who are out of financial and economic options. So what is going on is that it may not be a national draft, but it is what people called a few years ago.
Draft.
The phrase popped up a few years ago, a poverty draft. Is that pretty accurate?
That's accurate, man. It's a circumstantial. You got no choice, man. You got no choice. But hey, you do have a choice. You could turn back to your power. How about you, Yahushua, man? Okay, and don't put your trust in Egypt, man. It's a woe to you. That trust in Babylon the Great, trust in Egypt, trust in oppression, man. Okay, that go down to Egypt for help, man, and trust in them because they're mighty and stay on horses, roughly paraphrasing, But anyway, let's get into some scriptures. Because like I said, there is going to be a draft. Poverty draft, a physical draft, circumstantial draft, actual draft, whatever. There is going to be a draft, man. Okay, and there is going to be a third world war, and we're drastically approaching it, man. Okay, we heading into them times, man. All right, this is Jeremiah 50 and 30. This is the main point here, but I'm gonna start at the top. But let me read this over again. Jeremiah 50 and 30. It says, "Therefore shall her young men," because that's who they're targeting, man. The young men, okay? They're gonna get you young, man. 16, 17, okay? They're gonna get you young, man, okay? And the old men and the women. They're gonna take anybody, man. All right, they're gonna shove you over there. You ain't coming back. All right. All right, so it says Jeremiah 50 and 30. It says, "Therefore shall her young men fall in the streets, and all her men of war shall be cut off in that day, saith the Lord Yahweh." That's what Yahweh said. Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai, man. Okay? Thus saith Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai. You going over there to die, man, in the streets. Okay? It says Jeremiah chapter 50, verse 1. It says, "The word of the Lord Yahweh spake against Babylon and against the land of the Chaldeans by Jeremiah the prophet." Okay? And we know prophetically, all right, with the understanding that's talking about this time, man. All right? All right? These things were for our times, man. Okay? It says, "Declare ye among the nations, and publish and set up a standard. Publish and conceal not." And that's what we're out there doing, man. Starting from the head apostle, Elder Tahar on down, man. All right? And all the men pushing this same sound doctrine, man. All right? We're out here to warn you, all right? To warn our people and the nations, man. All right? Yahweh Shai is coming, man. All right? All right? It says, "Declare ye among the nations and publish and set up a standard." And the standard is them scriptures, man. All right? The scriptures, the law. All right? From Yahweh Bahashim Yahweh Shai. Okay? All right? It says, declare ye among the nations and publish and set up a standard. And that's what Yahweh Bahashim Yahweh Shai is doing. He's reproving us and refining us in front of their eyes, man. And setting up a standard. Okay? And conceal not. All right? It says, say Babylon is taken, Bel is confounded. Merodach, it says, Merodach is broken in pieces, her idols are confounded, her images are broken in pieces. For out of the north there cometh a nation against her, which shall make her land desolate, and none shall dwell therein. They shall remove, and that's how we know this is not talking about ancient Babylon. All right? Okay, this is talking about America, Babylon the Great, man, because ancient Babylon was not burnt with fire, man. All right, this place is going to be burnt with fire. Thus saith Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai, man. Okay, all right. You know, this is Revelations 17 and 15. It says, and because this is talking about the whore, Babylon, the whore, the daughter of Babylon, you know, the whore that sitteth upon many waters, man. That's America, Babylon the Great, man. All right. The beast is what? The beast is what? The NATO and the EU. All right? Okay, NATO, like the elders always say, what is the beast, first of all? The beast is what? The rebirth of the Roman Empire, okay? And what does that comprise of now? What? NATO, which is the military force, the military might, and the EU, which is the financial might, okay? But that's no more than the rebirth of the Roman Empire, okay? All right, and who sits ahead of that? A beast, man. That beast system, the whore, America, Babylon the Great, that harlot. Okay, all right. This is Revelation 17 and 3. This whole thing is good, man. Man, let me start at 1. Revelation 17 and 1. I didn't plan on reading this, but hey, it is what it is. Revelation 17 and 1. It says, and there came one of the 7 angels which had the 7 vials, and talked with me, saying unto me, come hither, and I will show thee, shew, which is Old English for show, I will shew or show unto thee the judgment of the great whore, which is America, Babylon the Great, okay, Nineveh, okay, what else? All right, all of that, that's America, all right, it's all synonymous, spiritually Sodom and Egypt, it's all synonymous for America, Babylon the Great. It says, come hither, and I will shew or show unto thee the judgment of the great whore that sitteth upon many waters, with whom the kings of the earth have committed fornication. Yeah, they've been drunk off this Babylon juice, man. Her wine, her philosophies, all right, her democracy, her ways, okay? With whom the kings of the earth have committed fornication, and the inhabitants of the earth have been made drunk of the wine of her fornication. Yeah, all right? It says, so he carried me away in the spirit into the wilderness, and I saw a woman sit upon a scarlet colored beast, which, like I then broke that down to you, is NATO and the EU, which is the rebirth of the Roman Empire, but the woman is America. Okay, Salakia. It says, full of names of blasphemy, having 7 heads and 10 horns. It says, and the woman was arrayed in purple and scarlet color, and decked with gold and precious stones. Because Babylon have been a golden cup in the Lord's hand, man. Okay, in the Lord's hand. All right. This is what America the Great, man. Everybody aspires to come here, man. You know. That's why Trump says he wants to make America great again. You know, but what? America's losing that hegemony. All right, because this is the fall of this man's empire. All right, the fall of the rebirth of Rome, man. This is his last hoorah. Okay, all right. This is the last of Esau, Edom's rule. All right, he's not going to rule no more. Jacob is going to rule now. All right. So it says, and the woman was arrayed in purple and scarlet color, and decked with gold and precious stones and pearls, and having a golden cup in her hand, full of abominations and filthiness of her fornication. And upon her forehead was a name written, Mystery Babylon, because it's a mystery. It's not talking about the old Babylon. It's a mystery. All right. And the mystery has been revealed. All right. It's America. All right. It says the great mother of harlots and abominations of the earth, and that's all caps, man. All right. Mystery Babylon the Great, the mother of harlots and abominations of the earth. And I saw the woman drunken and with the blood of the saints and with the blood of martyrs of Yahushua. And when I saw her, I wondered with great admiration. All right. So let me jump back down, Salakia. This is the main point that I wanted, man. Revelation 17 and 15. And it says, and he saith unto me, the waters which thou sawest, where the horse sitteth, are peoples, and multitudes, and nations, and tongues. Yeah, and all the people bow to America in all her ways, and whatever America says goes, man. All right, all her philosophies, all her ways. You know, it says, and the 10 horns, which is her allies, right? And the 10 horns which thou sawest upon the beast, these shall hate the whore, meaning NATO. They're going to turn on America and burn her, okay? They're going to rain missiles on this place, all right? Babylon the Great, all right? It says, and the 10 horns which thou sawest upon the beast, these shall hate the whore, and shall make her desolate and naked, and shall eat her flesh and burn her with fire, all right? It says, for Yahweh hath put in their hearts to fulfill his will, all right? And to agree, and to give their kingdom unto the beast until the words of Yahweh shall be fulfilled. And the woman which thou sawest is the great city which reigneth over the kings of the earth, which is America. All right? But what? Guess what? She's losing that power. She's losing her strength. She's losing her hegemony. All right? So it says, declare ye, back in Jeremiah 50 and 2, declare ye among the nations and publish and set up a standard and publish and conceal not. Say, Babylon is taken, Bel is confounded. Murdoch is broken in pieces. Her idols are confounded. Her images are broken in pieces. All right. And that hasn't happened yet, but that's happening now. All right. We in them times. All right. For out of the north there cometh up a nation against her, which shall make her land desolate. And I just read that. Her allies are going to burn this place. They're going to turn on her and burn her with fire. The whore. Okay. Mystery Babylon. All right. It says, and none shall dwell therein. Yeah, because the scripture said it's going to be nothing but desert creatures here, man. All right? The bittern, you know. It says, they shall remove, they shall depart, both man and beast. It says, in those days and in that time, saith the Lord Yahweh, the children of Israel, Yasharallah, shall come, they and the children of Judah together, both kingdoms, northern and southern kingdom. And where the scripture say that we were oppressed together in the land of the north, which is America, Babylon the Great. The Americas, man. Okay? It says, in those days and in that time, saith the Lord Yahweh, the children of Israel, Yasharallah, okay, the northern kingdom, shall come, they and the children of Judah, the southern kingdom, Judah, Benjamin, and Levi, going and weeping, all right? They shall go and seek the Lord their power, Yahweh Shai. And that's what we're doing now on the highways and the byways, sighing for all the abominations done in this place, man, okay? That's what we're doing now. We're turning back to our power, Yahweh Shai. All right. It says, they shall ask the way to Zion with their faces thitherward, saying, come and let us join ourselves to the Lord Yahweh in a perpetual covenant that shall not be forgotten. Yeah, we're remembering, and we're asking the Lord, we're begging him to remember, okay? Remember the promises that he made to our forefathers, man. Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, man. Okay? You know, he said, ask of, he told David that. David said, ask of me, and I shall give thee the heathen for thine inheritance, man. We're asking the Lord to have mercy upon us, and he is, man. He hears our cries, man. He's going to redeem us, all right? And he's going to pay you goddamn Edomites back to your face, all right? Double for all the wickedness you did, okay? And you wicked-ass 2/3, man, all right? Okay? It says, my people have been lost sheep. This is Jeremiah 50 and 6, all right? It says, my people have been lost sheep. Their shepherds have caused them to go astray. Yeah, all you fake pastors, you know, you TD Jakes, you TD Snakes, Creflo Dollars, you know, Farrakhan's, you know, all you people that's feeding the Lord's people lies, man, all right? Half-truths, okay? You know, like Minister Farrakhan, he knows that we are the Israelites, but he refuses to tell us who we are, okay? He gives you half-truths, okay? It says, my people have been lost sheep. Their shepherds, all right, the leaders, have caused them to go astray. They have turned them away on the mountains. They have gone from the mountain to a hill. They have forgotten their resting place. Yeah, exactly. All right. They've gone whoring after other gods. All right. It says all that found them have devoured them. Okay. Yeah, because all the nations, not just everybody, man. All right. Not just Esau, Edom. All the nations devour us, man. Our own people devour us. Okay. like I said, we're sheep. All right. It says all that found them have devoured them. Okay, and like the elders say, America is just a big pit, man, a big snare and a trap. Okay, you know, and they just hunting our steps, man. Okay, it says all that found them have devoured them. Everywhere you go, man, it's a snare and a trap. You know, trapping you up to go into his military, trapping you up to go into debt here and there. You know, everything is a snare and a trap. Okay, it says all that found them have devoured them. You know, a snare into another God, a snare into another, you know, another way. All right, leading you astray from the straight gate. All right, okay. It says, and their adversaries, because our enemies, you see, our enemies. Okay, we have enemies. All right. It says, all that found them have devoured them, and their adversaries said, we offend not because they have sinned against the Lord. That's the accuser of our brethren, Esau, Edom. All right. Okay. Let me jump over real quick to Psalms. All right. The main point is going to be in verse 8. Psalms chapter 73, verse 8. All right. They are corrupt and speak wickedly concerning oppression. We know that's chiefly talking about Esau, Edom. All right. They speak loftily. Yeah, the pride of his heart hath deceived him. All right. He thought the Lord was with him. All right. He thought the Lord was altogether as one as himself. Okay. You see. But anyway, so I'm going to start at the top. Psalms chapter 73 and 1. It says, truly, Yahweh is good to Israel, to Yasharallah, even to such as are of a clean heart, that's sincere. All right. Okay. But it says, but as for me, my feet were almost gone. My steps well nigh slipped. For I was envious at the foolish when I saw the prosperity of the wicked. For there are no bands in their death, but their strength is firm. Esau, Edom, man. They are not in trouble as other men. Esau, Edom, the red Hebrew Edomite. Neither are they plagued like other men. Therefore pride therefore pride compasseth them about as a chain. Violence covereth them as a garment. Esau, Edom. Their eyes stand out with fatness. They have more than their heart could wish. Esau, Edom. They are corrupt and speak wickedly concerning oppression. They speak loftily. It says, they set their mouth against the heavens, and their tongue walketh through the earth. Okay? So that's talking about Esau, Edom, the wicked. All right? All right? They speak wickedly concerning oppression. All right? Now let's go back to Jeremiah. It said what? It says, Jeremiah 50 and 7. It says, all that found them have devoured them, and their adversaries, chiefly Esau, Edom, said, we offend not because they have sinned against the Lord Yahweh. The habitations of justice, even the Lord Yahweh, the hope of their fathers. It says, remove out of the midst of Babylon, okay, because we're supposed to come out of Babylon spiritually, all right? It says, remove out of the midst of Babylon and go forth out of the land of the Chaldeans and be as the goats before the flocks. For lo, I will raise and cause to come up against Babylon an assembly of great nations from the north country, and they shall set themselves in array against her. From thence she shall be taken. Their arrows shall be as of a mighty expert man. None shall return in vain. And I done brought that up. Man. I brought that out already, man. Okay. I brought that out in the last lesson I did. None shall break their rank. Okay. That's what the arrows are. All right, because her allies are going to turn on her, man. They're going to burn this place and make her desolate with fire. Thus saith Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai. So this is Joel 2 and 7. Straight to the point. Joel 2 and 7. It says, they shall run like mighty men. They shall climb the wall like men of war. They shall march every one on his ways, and they shall not break their ranks. Neither shall one thrust another. They shall walk every one in his path. Talking about the missiles, man. And when they fall upon the sword, they shall not be wounded. Yeah, your anti-missile defenses are not going to work, man. Talking about the missiles, man. Okay, I brought this out already. Okay. So it says, for lo, I will raise, back in Jeremiah 59, for lo, I will raise and cause to come up against Babylon an assembly of great nations from the north country, and they shall set themselves in array against her, the missiles. From thence she shall be taken. Their arrow shall be as of a mighty man, of a mighty expert man, and that expert man is going to be Yahweh Shai. His spirit is going to be in the missiles, man, in them arrows. None shall return in vain, and Chaldea shall be a spoil. America, Babylon the Great, man. All the spoil, her spoil, that says, all that spoil her shall be satisfied, saith the Lord. That's beautiful. Call her Lord Yahweh Shai. And Chaldea shall be a spoil. All that spoil her shall be satisfied, saith the Lord, Yahweh. Because ye were glad, because ye rejoiced, O ye destroyers of mine heritage. Yeah, you crucified the Lord. You X'd the Lord out, and you tried to cut us off, that the name of Israel be no more in remembrance, man. Okay? You tried to steal our damn identity. You damn culture vultures, demons. Okay? It says, because ye were glad, because ye rejoiced, O ye destroyers of mine heritage, because ye are grown fat as the heifer at grass, and bellow as bulls. It says, your mother shall be sore confounded, talking about Babylon the Great, okay? The daughter of the Chaldeans, man, spiritually Sodom and Egypt, all right? And I got a precept for that, okay? This is Isaiah chapter 47, verse 1. It says, come down and sit in the dust, O virgin daughter of Babylon. America, man, because America, Babylon the Great, this whore has been a golden cup, like I said, man. But you about to get touched, man, with fire. Thus saith Yahweh Shai, man. All right, and all manner of calamities, man. Pestilences, race wars, okay, class wars, you know. All type of hell is about to befall Babylon, okay. Famine, you know. All type of hell is about to visit this place. So it says, come down and sit in the dust, O virgin daughter of Babylon. America, okay? Sit on the ground. There is no throne. You ain't gonna make this place great again, man, okay? Okay, you can't heal Babylon. There's no balm for her, okay? It says, there is no throne, O daughter of the Chaldeans, for thou shalt no more be called tender and delicate. Take the millstones and grind meal. Uncover thy locks, make bare the leg. Uncover the thigh, pass over the rivers. Thy nakedness shall be uncovered, yeah, and it's being uncovered now, all right? This shameful spewing all over your glory, man, all right? Your skirts being lifted, all right? Even the other nations are looking at you sideways, okay? It says, thy nakedness shall be uncovered, yea, thy shame shall be seen. I will take vengeance. Who's the I? Yahweh Shai, man. Yahweh Shai. Yahweh Shai, though, chiefly, okay? When he returns in them chariots, man, all right, to destroy this place, okay? It says, I will take vengeance. I will not meet thee as a man. As for our Redeemer, okay, Yasharalah's Redeemer, okay, the hopeful elect, okay, you know, the believers, okay. As for our Redeemer, the Lord of hosts, Yahweh Shai, is his name, the Holy One of Yasharallah. It says, sit thou silent and get into darkness, O daughter of the Chaldeans, for thou shalt no more be called the Lady of Kingdoms. Okay? I got to read some more of this. Salakia. It says, verse 6, I was wroth with my people. Yahweh Shai was, man. He turned his back on us. But what? He had mercy upon us. That's why he sent Yahweh Shai, man, to redeem us. Okay? Okay? For what is the name? Jesus, Yahweh Shai mean? He shall save his people. Okay? It says, from their sins, right? So it says, I was wroth with my people. I have polluted mine inheritance, and given them into thine hand. Esau, Edom. Thou didst show no mercy. Okay, the hands of the wicked. Esau, Edom. I read that over, Salakia. I'm gonna start at 5. I gotta read this from the top. Salakia. 4. It says, as for our Redeemer, the Lord of hosts, Yahweh Shai, is his name. The Holy One of Yasharallah. It says, sit thou silent and get thee into darkness, O daughter of the Chaldeans, for thou shalt no more be called the Lady of Kingdoms. I was wroth with my people, I have polluted mine inheritance, and given them into thine hand. Thou didst show them no mercy, upon the ancient hast thou very heavily laid thy yoke, and thou saidst, I shall be a lady forever. So that thou didst not lay these things to thy heart, neither didst remember the latter end of it. Okay? You didn't consider your latter end. Neither did 2/3 of Yasharallah either. Okay? All right? But anyway, I'm almost done. I'm a little bit more. Back in Jeremiah 50:12, it says, "Your mother shall be sore confounded; she that bare you shall be ashamed." It says, "Behold, the hindermost of the nations shall be a wilderness." Okay, a dry land and a desert. And America is the hindermost part, man, of the world, man. Okay, the east. All right, we're in the what is this? We're in the west or the east? The west. We're in the west, Slocky. We're in the west. You're right. We're the furthest west you can go, the hindermost part, right? All right, and like the Northern Kingdom, they went to where the land where no man dwelt before, right? The Americas, right? So it says your mother shall be sore confounded; she that bare you shall be ashamed. It says, "Behold, the hindermost of the nations shall be a wilderness, a dry land, and a desert." It says, "Because of the wrath of the Lord Yahweh, it shall not be inhabited, but it shall be wholly desolate. Every one that goeth to Babylon shall be astonished and hiss at her at all her plagues." Okay? It says, put yourselves in array against Babylon round about, all ye that bend the bow. Shoot at her, spare no arrows, because they're gonna burn this bitch with fire, man. Nuclear destruction, thermal nuclear destruction. For she have sinned against the Lord Yahweh. It says, shout against her round about. She hath given her hand, her foundations are fallen, her walls are thrown down. For it is the vengeance of the Lord Yahweh. Take vengeance upon her, as she hath done. Do unto her. Yeah, you had no mercy, man. So you're gonna get judged with no mercy. Just like how you like to drop bombs on people, you like to just do all type of wickedness. Hey, it's gonna be the same thing gonna be upon your head, but double. Okay? It says, cut off the sower from Babylon, and him that handleth the sickle in the time of harvest. For fear of the oppression sword, they shall turn everyone to his people, and they shall flee everyone into his own land. It says, Yasharallah, Israel, is a scattered sheep, as the lions have driven him away. The first king of Assyria have devoured him, and the last, this Nebuchadnezzar king of Babylon, have broken his bones. It says, get straight to the point. Straight to the point. Let me jump down to verse 22. Salah. Jeremiah 50, I'm going to shut it down here. Jeremiah 50:22. It says, a sound of battle is in the land, and of great destruction. It says, how is the hammer of the whole earth cut asunder and broken? Esau, Edom. How is Babylon become a desolation among the nations? I have laid a snare for thee, and thou art also taken, O Babylon, and thou wast not aware. Yeah, because the pride of thine heart have deceived thee. Your terribleness have deceived thee. All right, you don't realize that Yahweh Shem Yahushua is mustering all this stuff up. He's mustering the battle to the battle. You know, stirring up the armies. You know, you don't understand that the missiles, the waster, he created all that to destroy your ass. Okay, he laid a snare under you. Okay, he's the jinn, man. He laid a trap for your ass. All right, So it says, I have laid a snare for thee. Who did? Yahweh Shem Yahushua did. It says, I have laid a snare for thee, and thou art also taken, O Babylon, and thou wast not aware. Thou art found and also caught, because thou hast striven against the Lord. Yeah, you was trying to fight against Yahweh Yahushua. The Lord Yahweh hath opened his and his men, and the truth. All right, you oppose everything that is Yahweh, man. All right, you are the wicked. Okay, all right, you do completely opposite. You take the Bible, the so-called Bible, in your hand, and you do the complete opposite, man. You are a hypocrite. You are the devil the Bible speaks of, the wicked. All right. As Ishmael calls you, the great Shaitan. Okay, you are the devil of the earth, man. The wicked. All right. The border of wickedness per Malachi. Okay. It says the Lord Yahweh have opened his armory. All right, and that's the missiles, man. He gonna open them up on your ass, utterly empty it, man. It said none shall spare arrows, man. They gonna, man. Whew, boy, man, it's gonna be a horrible day. All right, Lord's willing, we endure and we can escape that, because that's going to be some shit for your ass, man. Man, it says, the Lord Yahweh have opened his armory and have brought forth the weapons of his indignation. And indignation is righteous anger. And we know that the day the Lord, he said, vengeance burneth in his heart, man. So he's pissed, man. Like I said, that's the second death, man. Okay? Man. Said your eyes are gonna melt away in their sockets, man. Man, boys. The Lord Yahweh have opened his armory and have brought forth the weapons of his indignation. For this is the work of the Lord Yahweh of hosts, Yahweh Shai, in the land of the Chaldeans. It says, come against her from the utmost border, open her storehouses, cast her up as heaps, and destroy her utterly. Let nothing of her be left. Slay all her bullocks, let them go down to the slaughter. Woe unto them, for their day is come, the time of their visitation. The voice of them that flee and escape out of the land of Babylon, to declare in Zion the vengeance of the Lord Yahweh, our power, the vengeance of his temple. It says, call together the archers against Babylon. All ye that bend the bow, camp against it round about. Let none thereof escape. Recompense her, pay her back. Recompense her according to her work, according to all that she hath done. How she destroyed the earth, destroyed the trees, destroyed the water. She destroyed everything, man. Okay? Alright? It says, call together the archers against Babylon. All ye that bend the bow, camp against it round about. Let none thereof escape. Recompense her according to her work, according to all that she hath done, do unto her. For she hath been proud against the Lord Yahweh, against the Holy One of Yasharallah. Therefore shall her young men fall in the streets, and all her men of war shall be cut off in that day, saith the Lord Yahweh. Behold, I am against thee, O thou most proud, saith the Lord of hosts, Yahweh Shai. For thy day is come, the time that I will visit thee, and the most proud shall stumble and fall. Yeah, because you got the mightiest military. We got the strongest space force. We got the biggest and the best, right? Proud. Behold, I am against thee, O thou most proud, saith the Lord of hosts, Yahweh Shai. For thy day is come, the time that I will visit thee, and the most proud shall stumble and fall, and none shall raise him up. And I will kindle a fire in his cities, and I shall devour all round about him. All right? Thus saith Yahweh Shai, man. Okay? Man, I could keep going. This whole chapter is fire, man. But I'm going to shut it down here. But like the main point that I wanted, like I said, is therefore, Jeremiah 15:30, therefore shall her young men fall in the streets, and all her men of war shall be cut off in that day, saith the Lord Yahweh. Okay, and that day is coming drastically. There is going to be, whether it's a poverty draft, whether it's an actual draft, or there is going to be an actual draft, that day is drastically approaching. Okay? Anyway, like I always say, man, we almost out of here. We almost out of here, man. Keep pushing, keep repenting, you know, keep doing what you got to do, man. Stay on that straight and narrow, man. The straight gate, okay? That position of difficulty. Broad is the way that leadeth to destruction, all right? Stay on that tightrope, man, all right? Anyway, keep pushing, man. Shalom. Wa abad babal.